No cage could hold him. No gentle words or warm bed could convince him to stay. Bear, a dog rescued from a life of horrific neglect, was finally in a loving home, but his heart was somewhere else. Every few days he would escape. He would dig under the fence or slip his collar, a shadow vanishing into the night. His new owner, a kind woman named Sarah, was heartbroken. She wasn't angry, she was consumed with a terrible, helpless sorrow. She had promised him safety, yet he seemed desperate to return to the very place that had scarred him, a rundown, abandoned property on the edge of town where he'd been found chained to a tree. The fear was crippling. Was he trying to run away from her? Was the trauma so deep that he couldn't accept love? Each time she found him, usually patrolling the perimeter of that derelict house, he would come back with her, but his eyes were filled with a distant, agonizing pain. He was physically with her, but his spirit was trapped elsewhere. The cycle of escape and return was tearing Sarah apart, making her question if she was the right person to heal such a broken soul. But then, after his fourth escape, she noticed something that changed everything. As she watched her security camera footage, she saw that Bear didn't just leave. He first went to the kitchen, gently took a piece of bread from the counter she had left out, and then he escaped. He wasn't just running away. He was on a mission. A profound realization washed over her. He wasn't running from her. He was running to something. That afternoon, she didn't fix the fence. She opened the gate and followed him. And Bear trotted with a quiet determination, the bread held gently in his mouth. He led her through fields and across a creek, straight back to the nightmare property. He ignored the rusty chain where he'd once been tethered and disappeared under the rotted porch. Sarah crept forward, her heart pounding. She peered into the darkness and heard a faint, weak whine. There, huddled in a small den Bear had dug, was another dog. A smaller, older terrier mix, so thin and sick she could barely lift her head. Bear dropped the bread in front of his friend and began to lick her face. Sarah sank to her knees, tears streaming down her face. He had never been trying to leave her. He had been trying to save the one soul he couldn't bear to leave behind. He was her guardian angel. They carefully rescued the frail dog, and back at Sarah's house, the two were inseparable. Bear never tried to escape again. He was finally whole. Sometimes a true home isn't a place, but a presence you can't leave behind.